Oh man, I did it just a little bit early, Spreaker. Y'all my family, y'all know what's up. Y'all know how it goes early in this morning. I was trying to get as close to 5:15 as I possibly could, and you know, I was wrestling with the tub and the shower, and my mind was telling me no, but I kept on like, I need. So I got in the shower. That's why I'm here. That's probably the real reason why I don't be making it on time. Cause like I said, I wake up alarm go off about between 3 and 3:30, and I got my second alarm at 4:30, and I get up at 4:30, and I get up and I move, and I have to sit up here. I try to go through the news, try to go down my timeline, see what's going on. If there's any good news out there that we could talk about, and it's always something. But then my timeline is a little different because I got like Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z. I got anything dealing with new technologies and stuff like that. So I don't be getting a lot of the news that a lot of other people would be interested in. You know what I'm saying? And there's like a lot, and I know a lot of my audience probably would not be interested. So let's send this text out. Time for the toast, fam. Grab your glass and meet me at the digital crossroads, and let's build and toast with a capital T, and toast. Boom. All right, here we go. Let me put the URL. Now, the short URL that I put on this is for the podcast because I'm getting people, I want people to sign up for the podcast. And then also, I think the next step is I'm going to set up a link for my YouTube because I want us to start building up the Gye-Nyame Journey YouTube piece so that we can actually do some other stuff. I mean, because you know, YouTube is a big step. I need to send out another text letting people know that they can go on, that we also had a market space popping off. So let me go and launch that. We already up. So we are live now. Or at least he's starting to go live. I'm allowing it to stream out. Allow the black signal to go out. I want to thank all those that are registered with Gye-Nyame Journey because I be getting a lot of comments like, man, the thing go off and I see it and I roll over and go back to sleep. So at least I let people know. A lot of people that get in, they look at it and they're like, well, at least the world is still here. You know what I'm saying? I let people know that the world is still here, and I'm grateful that I'm able to do that. Right? So shouts out to all those that are up with us. You know what you need to do. First off, let me welcome you to the congregation of the mighty. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of a Simple production. And of course, this is the Daily Toast. We strive to blow up your old paradigm. Shouts out to Mr. Big Nelson. I see you out there. Oh man, I can't get the darn black signal going. Listen, I don't know what's going on. They still ain't got back with me with that. I mean, I got so much stuff going wrong right now. I don't. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. Shouts out to the Black Yoda. I see you out there. Grab your glass. Grab your glass. We're going to try to do it without any hiccups today. Grab your glass. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Drink your water. Come on. Come on. Drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Oh, here we go. Down. Grab your glass for that water. Get a bottle of that water. Twist the cap off that water. Lift and pour that water. Drink, 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 drink. Should we say, lift, pour, then? That's right, drink it, come on. Now, move your body and get some water. Move your body, then drink some water. Move your body, then drink some water. Just move your body, please. Drink, 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 drink. Come on, you don't have to go to the gym, just move, come on. Move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Come on, just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Man, or should we say, raise, toast, then. I see it's Jackie on here. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour some water. Move your body and move some water. Get some water. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Or should we say, breathe, lift, then toast. I feel like I'm off. Now take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Break down. I'm right on time. Come on, Pop. Come on, family. Drink, 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 drink. Now y'all know I need a little bit extra time to drink, right? Drink some water. Move your body. Breathe, please. Toast your ancestors. Now, drink, 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 drink. I got 50 ounces, so I got to start drinking. I got exactly 39 seconds. Let's see if we can do it. That was less than 25. You only got 16 seconds. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Hot damn. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Damn. 50 ounces, dog. Let me see the comments here. Once again, welcome to Gye-Nyame Journey. I am your host, Brother Hatim. I want to say great day to you. It is Nia. As you can see, I found my shirt. So shouts out to Mr. Navita Nelson. And I apologize to you for not being able to get you the black signal. I do not understand. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. I see you up in here with me. Oh, Miss Navita, taking your breath. Very important. Sister Jackie, I can't believe I'm up for the toast. Kids just got a 2 hour delay. Is it snowing that bad down there? Man. So, you know, I don't know why they delay school for 2 hours. That makes no sense to me. Just cancel school. Damn, just cancel. We don't have school at least for the students today. All of us grown folks still have to be in the building, and I'm gonna be doing a few different broadcasts today because I had the pleasure of um, demonstrating to two two of my family members how to podcast, right? How to podcast. It's not Kaumba, it's Nia. And so somebody is gonna do a no call, no show. Shit, that's what it sounds like. Or somebody was kicking it too hard last night. Unless I slept for 2 days, which is possible. Because that is one of my superpowers. But besides being able to make space and time, I do have the power to sleep. But I ain't never slept just a total of 2 days. But family, I was thinking about something, thinking about something, thinking about something, thinking about something. And you know I'm always thinking, right? The power of principles. Mm-mm-mm. My fault. Last night we had a great show. I want to thank Brother Shaka and Sister Kim, whose calls all the way from Undugwe. I think that's how you pronounce it. She calls in from Africa. So, family, we are growing. We are international. Right now, we're being joined by Sister Jackie all the way over there, almost in D.C. She ain't in D.C., she in Maryland, though, but, you know, that tri-state area. All right. Shouts out. We want to thank. So now, it's some basic rules for the toast. And I know, well, I don't even have to go through. Well, it's always good, just in case there's new people here, because Sister Jackie, I know you're not new. You know what I'm saying? She knows that we start off with some water, right? The breathing. We start with the breathing. Take a couple of deep breaths, consciously breathing. Then we do the water, and then after that, after we crush the water, we grab a health drink so that we could toast our ancestors. But I was thinking, I mean, because after yesterday, I finally got to see Bastards of the Party, and I was thinking about the power of principles. You know what I'm saying? And uh, being able to use the principles to mold what we need or to bring what we need out of our family, out of our people. You know what I'm saying? Principle over leadership. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, once again, one of my brothers dropped that culture trump strategy, and then, like I said, principle beats leadership. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have principled people, it's not necessarily a person that leads; it's the principles that leads, right? And because I keep on hearing people, like in the video, the young man said, there are no more black leaders. All of them are dead. And, and maybe that leadership paradigm may be something we might need to blow up and get more into pushing the principles. Because I'm not into everybody talking about, I'm my own leader, my own leader. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all into that. That's about as bad as the goddamn where's the bag? It's all about the money. For me, that's about as just as bad. You know what I'm saying? How about the principles are the leader? The principle is the leader. And being able to clearly define those principles, at least for the tribe and the family, your family, and expanding out to your tribe, right? So let's go and drink this water out. Remember the 4 pillars of health: conscious breathing, water intake, a daily water intake, culturally appropriate diet, and culturally appropriate movements. mm, 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 mm. Mm-hmm. Jackie, see, but then in Maryland, I don't understand why it would only take an inch to cancel school. I think the administrators was out kicking it last night. You might need to investigate that. You the investigative reporter, you need to get to the bottom of that. Cause Maryland gets snow. I mean shit, Maryland gets snow like northern Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You know? I mean, beyond that. So I don't understand why an inch. But maybe it's a lot of ice. And thanks to the Daily Toast, we saved Navita Nelson's job. Shouts out. Because she got her days mixed up. Mm-hmm. You know, you ain't got to say thank you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's what we do for each other. All right. I'm going to kill this last. Well, this ain't the last gathering. But I'm going to have to go on and start brewing again. Yes, I is. Yes, I is. I'm going to brew. Hopefully, I got some Scobies that's left. And I have to start building up my Scobie family again. So, all right. And like I said, Jackie, the tri-state area folks work in all three states and live in all three. Um, it's because, like you said, it's the DMV. What? The DMV shut down? Is that what it is? All right. Okay. So we on this shutdown. Got a lot of stuff going on, and it's all cool, family. It's all cool because we are resilient folk. You know what I'm saying? We have been we have been in worse situations. As a matter of fact, it's almost like the times change, but the bullshit don't. I mean, it's the same stuff for us over and over and over again until we get the lesson, or as Allende say, until we get the joke. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep on going through the same shit. To example, I live in DC but commute to Baltimore every day, or live in. Hold on, I gotta put some O's on there so that I can see the message. That's this one of the things I don't like about this system. Example, I live in DC to commute to Baltimore every day, or I live in Virginia and commute to Baltimore. Hmm, interesting. They're all connected. They can't run the system because the workers can't get in from where they live. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So one down, all three down. Hmm. Mental note. Let me write that down. Just fucking with y'all. But I got that right here. All right. Interesting information. All right. So family, now what we gonna do? We killed the water. That's a lot of water, man. Oh man, it's clear me out. Ah. All right. So what we gonna do? So let me go on over the proverbs from last night. I just want to read them. I'm not gonna go into any details about them. But we was on day 56. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. That's from Bruce Lee. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. That's Confucius. And on the last one cannot make a pact with the slave and make a pact with the master, and did not betray one of them. That's from Benin, Niger, and Togo. All three of those places, all three of those countries have a similar view of making deals and bargains with slaves and masters. Hmm. Then that brings up some other questions, but I won't ask them right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift up our glass to the creator by whatever name you choose to call the creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that creator by whatever name you choose to call the creator. We lift up the glass and we say, Ashe. All right, family, from there, we move to the list of the stars that we have. Yes, yes, indeedy. And the list is growing. We are adding to our ancestral family. I ain't gonna say on a daily basis, but it's growing. Because at one point in time we had less than a page. Now we got 2 pages and we're working on filling up our new book. So Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert Natel, Santa Davis, Arnold Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, George and William Walton, Christopher Fanny Gaddison, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fee, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Marco Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Jenny Gaines, Urban Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L, Noma X, Pet Mont, Rob, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Ella Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright Digger, Pulling the Luxton brother, Miss Edith Brooke Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kell Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rinderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kelly D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melville Hines Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bert Beatty, Sarah Ware, Levita Farmer, Ago, So Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Harry Pearson, Sergeant Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophie Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quayle, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quayle, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. S. Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, Jane Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Henry Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinier, Elder Amatel Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., John Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vena Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didimon Ayers, Jean and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. Now, I wonder with this shutdown, do the politicians still get paid? I already know the answer. I'm just being uh, facetious about it. A lot of teachers live in Pennsylvania that work. Shut up. So even so Pennsylvania is not part of the tri-state though, right? And ultimately they are not prepared. Just as you said, Confucius said, no preparation, disorganization. Disorganizes you. No preparation disorganizes you. Um, William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, Depretis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Headley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Prentup Jr., William Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pena Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Simpson Ball, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kanika Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Bookie, also known as Gypsy. And let me say as you speak our ancestors into our day, I appreciate, honor, and love your commitment to us. You walk in the freedom thought of Marcus Garvey, and I love you, brother. Same to you, Jackie. All right, where was I at? Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kanika Parsons, Jason, Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, Uncle Bookie, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the First. Oh man, my cousin was on the line last night. Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donald Hill, Richard Cleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Haley Johnson, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, and Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Melly Miller, Halsey Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Crawford, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlington Houston, Led Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Froggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Norrell Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshon Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarin Coper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards, McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We have Joella Giles James Carswell. We have Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. And we also have Elder Shaka McNair. We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. While I was reading, a story popped up in my head about Brother Quojo. I don't remember where we went, but we were staying in a hotel. And I was riding in a hotel and I see these dudes with these funny hats. And I asked them what were they? And they gave me a flyer and they was having a boule ceremony. It was the boule. So I go downstairs and I said, I don't fucking believe this shit. You know. So I say, Quojo, the boule meeting here. Quojo say, who? I said, the boule. She said, stop fucking around. I said, boule, man, meeting upstairs. So I turn back around, Quojo's on the elevator. I said, where you going? He said, I'm going upstairs to fuck with the boule. He went up there and started disrupting they shit. I said, man, God, oh my God, oh my God. I just ain't had nothing else to do. I'm just gonna go fuck with the boule. I ain't got shit else to do. You know what I'm saying? They got the nerve to call him. They got the nerve to be in the same hotel. I mean, he figured he gonna go fuck with him. I love my brothers, man. I mean, I got a whole lot of stuff, and no Pennsylvania is not really mentioned, but it should be. And you can now add my cousin Anthony Brown. I didn't know you had Browns in your family. So we lift up our glass to Anthony Brown. Are there any other new entries to our book? Any other new entries to our beautiful ancestral book? We even have our own pen until my daughter find out I got an extra pen somewhere. You know. All right, so we lift up our glass to our ancestors and we say, I shave from their family, move to the present moment. You already know what it is. We're in the present moment and.
What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow.
Let's do it tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
All right, family, we are in the present moment right now. And the present moment we are in, we call it Nia because we have conquered the week. We have conquered the week and we renamed it. You know what I'm saying? You know, taking on the ability of Kuji Chagalia himself to defining the world as we see fit. Nia, for those that don't speak the language, that's purpose. So today, family, I need you to activate your reticular formations. We are going to go out into the community and we are going to seek out where purpose is happening, take a picture of it and post it on our timelines. And if you could, share it on Gye-Nyame Journey. So we're looking for purpose. The demonic principle of the day is balance. The color is, as you can see, I have a beautiful yellow Daddy Toaster shirt on. The hermetic law today is rhythm. Male name for the day, if you was born on Ania, is Kofi. Female is Afua. Hey Afua, how you doing, baby? One day my daughter Afua gonna pop up on here. The Browns in my family are from Trinidad, my cousin's father's side. Oh, okay. We got Brown. I thought the Boule was for the sororities. No, no. Boule was men. You know what I'm saying? The Boule is, well, might be women in there too. But you know. All right. So, all right. Remember those six basic emotions: mad, sad, scared, powerful, peaceful, joyful. You know. Working on mastering and cracking the code. Brother Wakesa teaches oppression is encoded into our learned emotional responses. Learned emotional responses. Today, one, two, three, four, five, in the African Centered Cultural Virtue and Value System, used in emotional emancipation circles, we are on Mandu in Wolof. In Wolof, the word is Mandu, being appreciative of what you have and not envious of others. In Akan ethics, we have justice. Um, in the traditional Yoruba attributes of good character, we have Titu, which is endurance. All right. So we lift up our glass for this present moment because in this moment is all our power. You know what I'm saying? And here is where we make what's called the future. As my man said, there is no tomorrow. We just building the future for our children. We are the fertilizer for our children. We are, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we got to realize that We should use the dust of our failures to form the bricks to form the road to success. Right? So we lift up our glass in this moment, taking advantage of it, using the power and the power of now so that we can lay the foundation upon which our children will build their monuments to greatness. So we lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. From their family move to our children, our children's children, on to infinity, realizing that we have a pact with them. You know what I'm saying? We're responsible for the future generations. And like I said, since I choose the beauty universe, as I'm coming back through my bloodline, it is my responsibility to leave it better than when I left it. So I don't have to come back to some fuckery. You understand what I'm saying? Family, you take care of them bloodlines because you come back. You know, at least that's how I look at it. You're coming back to it. So make sure you leave it better. You know what I'm saying? So you might be the grandchild of that young person you might be abusing if you're abusing young people. So you need to take care of your babies. You need to take it, you know what I'm saying? Because we coming back through. And we want to make sure that we are, you know what I'm saying, we can set the standard for how things should be done for the future generations and be able to come and benefit, come back through and benefit, right? Life is a cycle that goes round and round, and to the laws of Ma'at, I'm bound. So we lift up our glass to our future generations, um, our children's children, on to infinity, and we say Ashe. From their family, where do we go? We move on to all of our relations. We raise that glass. We say Ashe. Then we move on to that selfish libation. This is for you, right? What is it that you need in this moment in order to manifest the greatness that I know that we all know that we're capable of? What is it that you need in this moment, right? It ain't usually complicated. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just a little motivation, lightning strike on your ass or something to get you up and get you moving, right? We toast and we say, Ashe, from their family. Last but not least, I salute the most powerful, peaceful, loving, inspiring individual in the room. And you know who that is. That's you. I lift up the glass and we salute you and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right, family, go and take a sip. Make sure you like and share. Let's go and keep the movement growing. Because we doing it step by step. I'd rather, if it come fast, it don't last. If it comes slow, it's good to go. And I don't know how much slower you can come than how we got it popping off right now. Oh, family, be on the lookout. I will be sending out text with the flyer for the mall. We're forming a market. Yep, Jackie, we're moving to the next level of cultural stabilization. If you look at one of the things that a lot of our ancient nations had in common, one of those things is the marketplace. So we're going to build a marketplace here. We're not actually build it, but we got a spot where we can meet up and we can have um, somewhere between 60 and possibly 100 vendors. You know what I'm saying? We got the spaces real um, affordable for all the vendors, so the vendors come in and not spend a lot of money, but make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we're depending on word of mouth and text messages and sharing on the internet to pass the word around. And we will be doing this once a month. Let me see. I thought Abule was for no. It's me and the Browns of my family are from Trinidad, my cousin's father's side of the family. The conclave is the fraternity. Yeah, well, uh, the Boule is considered, I think they're considered a fraternal organization. Check them out. Just look them up. Um, what is the brother's name? Stokely. No, was this? I always want to say Stokely Carmichael. No, it's brother. Matter of fact, he lived in the D.C. area. One of the first I ain't gonna say one of the first. He was real big in talking about conspiracy, and he was one of the ones that brought out the information about Coakley, Steve Coakley. brought out the information about the boule. Check them out. Yep, the new business concept of pop-ups is necessary. That's the market. That's the marketplace. We are out. I'm about to brew my culturally appropriate coffee, throwing me some, of course, some ambrosia in there, as well as some coconut oil. Uh-huh. Man. All right, family, I'm out. Let's see. Yep. I already got it, Kwame. Steve Coconut. Got it before you said it. You know, it still got it up here. Still got it. All right, I'm out. Peace, family.